the epic showdown. In one corner, we have DistroKid. In the other corner, we have TuneCore. What is the better service? Where should you release your music? DistroKid or TuneCore? There is a lot to unpack on this video, so let's get right into it. Number one, the price. I wanted to start here because, as you can imagine, if you're an independent musician, you're probably not Elon Musk. You don't have a ton of money to put into this. The price is a big factor. When it comes to DistroKid, it is $20 a year for unlimited uploads. Think of this very similar to a gym membership like Planet Fitness or Anytime Fitness. You know how you spend $20 a month and you can go to that gym an unlimited amount of times. Same thing here, so it's $20 a year for unlimited uploads. I personally have the Musicians Plus, which is $36 a year. The main reason why, this is a quick side note, they have the custom label name. When you release music under the normal DistroKid account or the Musicians account, the label is DistroKid. To me, that's just a bit tacky, so with this, I can actually have my own custom label name. I'm the only one on it, but hey, still kind of cool that it's custom. Going to TuneCore now, very different. It's $9.99 for each single per year, $29.99 for an album for the first year, and $49.99 or $50 each year for that album. Look at TuneCore more similar to, like, say, a yoga studio, using that gym analogy again, where you pay more per class or per session, if that makes sense. So I was kind of curious, though. I was kind of curious under TuneCore's policy, but what is an album? Is it 7 tracks or more, etc., etc.? Like, what is an album? Going here, under TuneCore's FAQ and on their support, in TuneCore's platform, an album is a release with 2 or more tracks, which is surprising, honestly. So that means any single time you have a release, now there's 2 songs or more, it's going to cost you about 5 times more on TuneCore. So the former accountant in me, I was curious, what is the price breakdown? Going here to this Excel spreadsheet, I've released, under TuneCore's policy, 28 albums, which actually is a lot, and 85 singles. I do release a lot of music. So, you can already kind of see this breakdown. It's a free membership when it comes to TuneCore. Again, similar to like a yoga studio, you pay more per session or per release. The membership with DistroKid, $36 a year. That's how much I'm spending. But as you can see here, if I were to release the same amount of music on DistroKid and then remove it, put it on TuneCore, it would cost me $2,248.87, at least at the exact time of this video. Because remember, the more I release, the more I have to spend. It's going to cost me this amount per year. That is a lot. These are massive, massive price differences. A couple things I will say is, one, this is not the full story. I am going to talk about this a bit later in the video. DistroKid does have add-ons and extras, which does bring this price up a little bit, but not even remotely close to this. So when it comes to the overall price breakdown, for most people, DistroKid is going to be way cheaper and TuneCore is going to be way more expensive. Number 2, the logistics. Now, right now, I'm on TuneCore's site. As you can see, how is TuneCore better than DistroKid? I'm going to go here now to DistroKid, and it says, how is DistroKid better than TuneCore? Remember, and this is probably like, marketing 101, each site or each company is going to say why they are better than the other one, and they're going to exploit each other's flaws. There's pros and cons to both DistroKid and TuneCore, and it really depends on your situation. So let's break down the logistics specifically. Now, first off, they're talking about the price. I already kind of talked about this. Get started for less. Your first single is just $9.99 with TuneCore. This is true. So one quick side note I do want to say, if let's say your goal is to release one track only, and that's it, TuneCore is probably better, right? Because you only spend $10 a year, that's it. However, the second you release a second single, they're going to be the exact same price. So keep that in mind. But I do want to say that as a side note. Remember, everybody's situation is different. If you're like, Mark, I just want to release one track and that's it, TuneCore is the better way to go, being honest. But keep that in mind. The more you release, like I showed you before, the more money you're going to have to spend. Reach more fans. TuneCore will get you in twice the number of stores than DistroKid. Reach new fans around the world. This is partly true. Now, first off, TuneCore does have more stores, but not as much as they say. I saw somewhere that TuneCore was like, oh, we have over 150 stores. they're kind of exaggerating. Here's the reason why. Going now to TuneCore's site, what stores do they distribute to? As you can see, it seems like they're counting different country stores as separate. What I mean is they have iTunes, but I have iTunes Colombia. I have iTunes Costa Rica. I have iTunes Mexico. I have iTunes United States. It seems like they're counting each one of these countries as its own store. You could debate this tomato. In my opinion, though, iTunes, Hong Kong and iTunes United States are just one store. They're just iTunes. iTunes in different countries. So as you can see, these are all the different stores, but they include all the other countries. I think they're trying to do this to overinflate how many places they release to, but it's kind of cool to see. However, even given the fact that they do this, there is more stores that TuneCore does release to. I will say that. Going to DistroKid, as you can see, they don't include the different countries because I feel like they're like, why would we? In my opinion, I feel like it's kind of weird that they do include this, but I get where TuneCore is coming from. But going here, these are the stores that DistroKid releases to. TuneCore does release to more stores. There is no question about that. Your music does get distributed to a lot of different places and a lot more than DistroKid. Number 3, no middleman. This is actually another big one. Unlike DistroKid, TuneCore works directly with digital stores and streaming platforms to ensure artists receive 100% of their earned revenue. Now, on each platform, given this price breakdown and everything, how much each one costs, what's true is you actually get 100% of what each platform receives. You get 100% of the earnings from TuneCore, you get 100% of the earnings from DistroKid. However, this is not the full story. I'm going to go here. This is on Deviant Noise. And when it comes to this, you get 100% on TuneCore of what the store pays out. However, DistroKid actually works with a middleman. They work with a company called Merlin to collect payouts. So you're not actually getting the full 100% of the actual stream or download. You do get a smaller portion of that. I tried to do research on how much DistroKid has to pay Merlin, their exact policy. I couldn't find too much information, but this is important to keep in mind. Now, in my mind, do I think I'm going to make more through TuneCore because I'm actually getting more money per stream, more money per download to make up for this difference? In my opinion, no. However, let's say you are a massive artist. I'm talking A-list artist, and you're watching this video trying to figure out, well, DistroKid, TuneCore. If you're expecting to get hundreds of thousands of streams, millions of streams, that mini price difference between TuneCore and DistroKid could add up a lot, especially over millions of streams. So I will say this, if you're watching this and let's say you are a massive artist, TuneCore might be the better option if you look at the long-term revenue of the more you're going to make per download stream. Remember, you are going to make more. I try to find how much DistroKid pays Merlin. I'm not entirely sure, but that is something to keep in mind. That if you're expecting to get a lot of streams and downloads, TuneCore might be the better option. Going down here, artist services and reporting. Promote your music with TuneCore and grow your career in exclusive services and better reporting. This is partly true too. Both DistroKid and TuneCore have a lot of amazing features to get your music out there. Some are a bit different, some are the same. But one example, and I talk about this as well on Deviant Noise, which actually is a big one to me. Where is it? Is the music publishing admin add-on. Your music is automatically, this is on TuneCore, it's automatically considered TV, film, ad, game sync opportunities they come across. Meaning sync licensing, which you can make a lot of money if, let's say, your music is used in a TV show, a movie, a game. This is something on TuneCore, at least at the exact time of this video, it's not on DistroKid. Maybe they will reveal this, but at least right now, not yet. So TuneCore does have a lot of features, but also DistroKid has a tremendous amount of features as well. So it is tough to say which one's better. I'd say they're about equal. If I had to give like one or the other, I might say TuneCore has a little bit of an edge over DistroKid when it comes to all the features. But I don't know too. I mean, DistroKid has a lot as well. It's pretty close. Lastly, and this to me, I hate to say it, might be a no-brainer. Support at every step. TuneCore has an amazing support team. I personally use DistroKid, in case you're curious. I've never had an issue with their support team. However, when I've done some research for this video about TuneCore and DistroKid, the reviews I've gotten about TuneCore's support team are usually really, really good. When it comes to DistroKid support team, they've gotten a lot better, but I usually have a lot of people hitting me up saying, hey, Mark, I'm running into issues with DistroKid. I'm trying to contact their support. It's not the easiest thing. If I had to compare them, I'd say TuneCore has probably a better support team overall than DistroKid. However, DistroKid's has been growing, but that is something to keep in mind. Now looking at how is DistroKid better than TuneCore? This is a big thing they talk about is the price. As you see from this graph, I showed you the Excel spreadsheet. The more you release, the more money you're going to spend. And although this is one point they're talking about, which is the price, that is a big decision. I mean, luckily, I do get paid a good amount for my music, but if I wasn't getting paid anything, I'd be wasting around $2,200 a year to just have my music in stores. That's a big factor, especially, let's be honest, and I mentioned before, if you're an A-list artist, TuneCore might be the better option, but for 99, maybe 99.9% of artists watching this video, you're probably just getting started out. Something to keep in mind, the price is a big factor. Going down here now, they then talk about a lot of other features that DistroKid has. DistroKid does have a lot of amazing features. TuneCore does as well, right? I have to be very objective with this. Both DistroKid and TuneCore have the biggest amount of features. If you look at both of them and look at a big meta-analysis like I'm doing on this video, the biggest factor that DistroKid really has over TuneCore is the pricing. It is insane. The pricing is a no-brainer there. DistroKid is way better. Lastly, I want to talk about the layout. I'm going to give this one an even tie. They're both really well and smartly laid out. If I had to give it to one, I would say DistroKid. But as you can see, this is my DistroKid platform, all my releases, and I release music under two different artists. I have Prismic and Ficero. Super easy to see. If I'm going to upload, I go here. I can select the number of songs if I want to do a single or an album. If I want to switch between artists, I can go here and click Ficero. That easy. Release date, my album, artwork, genre. So it's very easy and very intuitive when it comes to uploading on DistroKid. Going on TuneCore, because I made an account for this video, if I say I want to release an album, I can do album or single, right, to make it pretty easy. Go to upload now. Let's say if I'm going to do an album. And when I go here, as you see, album title, main artist. So I feel like both are actually pretty intuitive. They both have pretty good layouts. Again, if I had to give it to one, I personally like DistroKid better, just because I think this is a lot more intuitive. We can go step by step and show it really quick. And there's a lot of other features where if you want to release an album or a single, it's the exact same page, as opposed to TuneCore, which is two different ones. That's probably because of pricing model. This is all something to keep in mind. Now, one last thing I want to talk about before I give an overall analysis is the DistroKid Extras. These are optional, but awesome, as you can see here. Some of these, as you can see, cost a good amount of money. Like, if I'm releasing a track and I want it to be automatically put into every store that DistroKid comes out with, they're always adding new stores into their database. Well, it's $8 a year. If I release a lot of music, that can add up very fast. The YouTube Content ID, which I don't think is worth it. I've already done a video about that. That's $5 a year per song. If I'm going to do the loudest normalization, if I'm going to do the title master, these are different things that some of them, as you can see, are a one-time fee. Other ones are reoccurring every year or so. That is something to keep in mind that when it comes to DistroKid, if you're looking to do all these additive features, with TuneCore, some of these are included. With DistroKid, they are not, and you have to spend extra money when it comes to them. However, I'm going to be honest, I really don't use any of these. I used to use Shazam and iPhone Siri. Now that if you release on Apple Music, it automatically gets put on Shazam. This is not really an issue anymore, so I actually don't really spend any extra money. I don't really use these extras, I'm going to be honest, but if you're looking to use them, that is something you do have to factor into your price breakdown. Who is victorious, DistroKid or TuneCore? Being honest, it depends. If I had to give it to one personally, I would say DistroKid, and although the main reason is price, that is like the main reason, that is a big factor, because for most musicians, you have no guarantee. I know you probably don't want to hear this. You have no guarantee people are going to download your music. You have no guarantee people are going to stream your music. You have no guarantee that your music is going to be blowing up everywhere, right? If you're already a big musician, TuneCore might be the better option, right? Because you can get more money per stream, per download. There's also, I'd say if I had to compare them both, although both have amazing features, TuneCore does have a little bit more features, and I think a little bit more of an edge over the features compared to DistroKid. So I do have to say that. Another thing is, let's say if money's not an issue for you, TuneCore might be the better option as well. If you are Elon Musk, and if you are Elon Musk watching this video, Thank you. But if you are someone who has a lot of money, TuneCore might be the better option. One last thing as well I want to say is if you're in that unique category, like I said before, where you only want to release one single, that's it. You're one and done. TuneCore probably is the better option. You pay $10 a year, that's it. However, I'm going to be blunt. I think for 99% of musicians, DistroKid is the better option in terms of all the features they have, which are still really good, and just the pricing model. You can release an unlimited amount of songs, and you pay the same amount every year.